Hi guys, another video on hair extensions. So today's one will be kind of doing like glam curls. I know we don't really have much to go, but I thought we'll glam it up for this evening. That I will just be chilling in my lounge. So yeah, this is the state of my hair. My hair color is in desperate need, but let's work with what I got. And yeah, and still loving my Luxys. They're still the same ones that I filmed with 4 months ago. Yeah, so we're gonna do some pin curls and go from there. And I may even do some glamour makeup, but that could be a separate video or in this one. I'm not entirely sure how ambitious I'm feeling today. So let's get to it. So what you'll need today is, you don't have to do this on extensions, you can do it on your normal hair, but for thin and fine hair, I use my extensions. I have some clips that I use and my hair curlers. You can use hairspray, but I tend not to when I'm using extensions. I also completely forgot you will need a hairbrush and a clip as well. So I just start with brushing my hair through. Make sure it's tangle free. I washed my hair this morning and I prefer to do it that way. I just feel nicer. My hair gets greasy really quickly because I've overwashed my hair. Biggest mistake ever, but hopefully I'll get better over this lockdown, not washing it every day. So let's clip it up. Actually, it would help if I heat up my curlers. One sec. Also, I totally just realized this is in my mom's dressing room, and I realized all my baby photos are here. Yeah, so I just start with clipping my hair up after it is brushed. So usually I will roll up the back of my nape into like a little bun so the pieces don't stick out, but I'm not going to do that today. I haven't done that recently just because I notice it gives me more headaches, and that's the last thing I really want today. So I still have my handy travel case, trusty old eBay. Literally the best investment ever. On all my holidays I've taken it with me. I say all, I think I took it to New York with me, and to the Lake Districts with me. I can't really remember where else I've taken it, but super handy, especially like before all this, when I was going between my boyfriend's and my mom's house. That's what I was doing. So I've just given them all a brush. Again, I don't use all my hair, but feel free. Yes, I know my hair is completely two different colours, but we'll make it work. So let's let these pieces out. So for the back of your neck, this nape here, I use my 3-piece weft. Again, I've already sprayed heat protectant. Usually I do this a few times. I try not to spray them too much so they're not overused. But yeah, this is the hair. It is amazing how much it's held up. I went through a stage of literally wearing them 2 or 3 times a week, and yeah, they're the best thing. So like my last video, I will link it below if you want to learn how I clip them in and everything like that. I go into more depth. I've gotten a little bit better now than where I was. I can blend them a little bit more. So yeah, unclip it all and turn around, find the middle. I don't know how middle it is, but hey ho. Clip it in. And try not to grab too much of the hair above because it will just give you a headache. See, I think that's a little too far over. There we go. Got the mullet going. So, yeah, you can see the little bit sticking in, but don't worry for now. We'll get through it. Let's just get the extensions in. That's a little high. Okay. Since my last video, I don't drink caffeine anymore. I haven't had caffeine. Well, I did have a cup when I went to New York in the beginning of Feb. I had 1 cup because I thought when in New York I'm gonna have to try, but really since January I've cut out caffeine. Yeah, I'd rate it. I feel a lot better in myself. I could do a whole nother video on why I gave it up and all that, because it's probably not that exciting to some people, but it's helped, especially if you're quite an anxious person. So the next bit of hair, which is going to be our 4-clip, I end up kind of going right below my ear. I'll just take my glasses off for now. As you remember, blind as a bat. I kind of go right below the ears, and you know, yeah, about that. do. So clip that in. I'm putting these bad boys back on. Okay, you can see. So yeah, remember I only use the 3 clip width, and now my 4 clip width, and then 2 1 clips. I don't use all, I literally am using half the pack. I have used more and it's given a bit more fuller look, but I feel more self-conscious about like having my clips show through my thin hair. So yeah, I feel much more natural with this, and I still get the length because I'm not really that bothered about having tons of volume, because that's just not what my hair is, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, sorry if I'm rambling. It's like being in quarantine. It feels like you don't really talk to much people. So your family get it and your other halves get it. Right, so again, oh, I've just broken out. There we go. I could feel some hair pulling. I ain't gonna like that. And the sniffles and the heavy breathing is not because of coronavirus, it's because of hay fever. It's really bad today. Apparently my mum was telling me it's the worst it's going to be, or today is the highest levels it's been in like 70 years. Great. So not only do we have coronavirus going on, as hypochondriacs who have allergies, yeah, that will definitely worry us. Right, so give that a brush. It's almost going in. You see, to me, and I'm sure other people could say differently, I'm okay with how the colour matches. So, oh wow. Yep, so now I got my 2 single clips, and I'm just going to fill them in here. For now, see, with what I noticed about colour blending, don't worry about it until, like, once you curl it and all, no one can really tell. So let's do this side. This is like my least favourite side of my head. I don't know if you guys all get that. There we go. It's probably going to bug me in a bit, but we'll go there. Right. So now that we got all our hair in, let's brush it. This angle's probably not great because I keep doing the double chin thing. I'm trying to exercise and eat healthy, but being this time, I can't do it. Being around this time of the month, there we go. All I crave is chocolate, and it's so hard, especially around Easter, not to want to eat the chocolate around. But anyways, right. So as you can see, before we curl it, let's get going. So now that you have all your hair in, what I tend to do is kind of separate it by using the first 3 clips down at the bottom. So feel for them and section your hair, because we're going to pin curl it like that, and clip the rest up. Sometimes you may feel, oh my god, I literally cannot speak today. You could feel your hair pull, but that's okay. So like I said, I've already put heat protectant on the extensions when the last time I do it, because I usually do it all the time. And this morning when my hair was air drying, I put coconut oil in it to just give it a bit of love. Oh my god, my nails are flaking as well. I cannot wait to get them done. So I usually use this one. I have a tong one as well, but I prefer not using tongs. It's just one thing that I have to coordinate that I lack. So make sure you put it on really smoothly. And with extensions, you don't need to keep it on as long. And then have it drop in your hands. So it sits like a little nest. Put your finger in the middle of it and just roll it up. And some of them will fall out of your hands, but I find when I do this, it's pretty forgiving. So sometimes you may need 2 clips, you may need 1. See, I may just put 2 to be safe because I have them. They're literally what I showed you earlier, like these crocodile mini clips. And I've had them for years. I think I bought them at Superdrug when I was it is forgiving. So I like to break this one into smaller bits. And I noticed like pin curling, it makes your curls last so much longer. Even though with these extensions I don't really struggle with keeping the curl in, because they're great, but they do drop. But with this, it does help. It helps it last longer, especially if you are on a night out and sweating, which I'm not, and which I hope no one is doing now. But for when we come back to normality. That was great. It's amazing. You don't curl your hair for like 2-3 weeks and you feel like you lose the act. The act? The knack. I don't know. You know what I'm gonna do? Right, so what I tend to do for the front is, just like you would put hot rollers in if you know how to do those, is I like to have volume up on my crown. So I do this. Maybe I'll do another video because I have bigger tongs that I do bigger curls with. I'll do them too as well. So there we go. And when I'm curling those, yeah, it's away from the face, so it's laying over, so when the volume lays, it will go down like that. That's another way I twist it so it gets into a roll. Just kind of twist it around my finger. Easier to keep it that way. And then with my front bits, this is a great look. And then I just kind of pin them, if you can see, flat to my head, because it's not really enough to... There we go. I'll show you the back. Yeah, you may be able to see the clips, but I tend to just leave them pinned up. You could do it however long you want. You could wear it all day if you're planning to do an event but just want to get your hair done in the morning, or take it down whenever you feel ready. The longer it holds and cools, it will stay in place and, you know, give you a different look. But yeah, I will leave this for a bit and do your hair, we've already done our hair. Do your makeup, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, so I've done my makeup, which I think I have now decided I'm going to do a separate video for that, just because this would be way too long. That's linked down below if you want to see how I did my makeup, my home glam. I wouldn't say glam, it's however you want to wear it, but this is kind of like what I do. This is a little bit more than what I do for my day-to-day, just a bit more on the eyes and a bit of lipstick. So, right, starting with the hair, I thought I'd move here because the lighting's a little bit better, is I just start undoing each one row by row. You'll see it start to lay quite tightly. What a look! That'd be cute if you had like little buns. That's something I want to learn to do. If anyone has a good YouTube video on that, I'd like to see, and I'll give it a go. So, don't worry, this isn't the finished look. As you can tell, my hair really needs doing. I'm just gonna go grab my brush. Some people, like, if you know you're not gonna go out for a little bit, just leave it, let it settle down. But what I like to do is give it a brush through. Whack myself in the glasses. Right, and then I like to flip it. And you could play with it so much, but again, like I said, my hair really needs doing, but right, so hopefully you guys all like and give it a go. I'd love to see you guys try it with your Luxys or whatever hair extensions you have, or your natural hair. Super easy to do. I'll try and link down everything below what I've used, and if I can't find it, try some alternatives. Hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments below and what else you'd like to see. We could try different hairstyles, different looks with it. But again, thanks for all your support on the last video, and all of you guys who have subscribed and sent some really lovely messages. It means a lot. You know, I hope, you know, there are more people like that like you guys. So let's all be kind and stay safe and look after one another, and why not be glamorous at home? All right guys, see you soon.